Since the UN Convention of the Child's Human Rights 1989, adopted in Sweden 2020 in January, the child's human rights are sadly enough not considered when the best interest of the child is to be decided. In Sweden, this convention is referred to mostly when a child is asked by a social secretary to choose the parent that the child prefers to stay with and to be with. We know that the child's brain is not mature enough for understanding the consequences of such a choice. But for the adults involved, it's comfortable and make them feel good. They are proud of themselves as they proclaim, "We listen to the child." A social secretary in charge can judge it's best to place the child with one of the parents in a custody conflict, having and placed their child in compulsory care, although this was not at all the intention with the law from the lawmaker, because that law is to help and rescue children from very bad settings, or if they are dangerous for themselves. The Swedish government in March 2018 informed on the government's internet site, and now I quote, that human rights are respected is crucial for the development of a democratic rule of law. Conversely, we know that democratic decision-making processes and a functioning and legal state strengthen the protection of human rights. From my empirical studies of how disturbed parent-child relationships in Sweden are handled, it can be concluded that real life for the children involved demonstrate the opposite. The decision-making processes where officials from the social services have been given the legal power to decide do not strengthen the protection of human rights, nor the development of a democratic rule of law. If a parent is documented over time to have been a good enough parent, that parent's children shall not be deprived contact with that parent. But this happens again and again. The reports from the social secretaries are decisive for which party wins in often long custody battles between parents and in compulsory care cases where one or two parents fight against the social services. Also often in an alliance with the foster parents. This, you can say, is abuse by proxy and not high conflict. As abuse by proxy is not yet widely acknowledged or much researched, the children being victims of this kind of violence do not get the adequate help by the professionals. Instead, many professionals take, as I have described, a partial stance for one parent against the other.